Hail guys, today we're going to talk about Kakashi Hataki's son, so click like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any news. Having said that then, let's get started. We know that Kakashi has a card-carrying fan, Hoki. Many theorized about the possibility of him being the son of Kakashi. After all, both are taken into account both in the hairstyle and in the visual aesthetics, with the bandana covering one of the eyes. Even in the style, Terra is equally powerful. As for those who don't remember, Kakashi Hatake has always been a great user of Doton, Earth style. But for everyone's conception, at least for most people, unfortunately he doesn't have any arterial connection with Kakashi. And when I say that everyone was disappointed, it's because in addition to being something cool, because it would make Kakashi one of the few jounin of his generation who would have a loving relationship and a son, like Asuma for example, we would still have a possible training of Hoki with Kakashi. We have even accompanied them on a journey together with the dogs, talking more about their father Tsukumo see Kakashi, and who would even teach Chidori. That's really cool to teach. We have Mirai Sarutobi, Asuma's daughter, and what she's like, an only daughter of the jounin of Kakashi's generation. Would be interesting to see the relationship between the two, where one still has his father alive and the other doesn't. Of course, Kakashi is on a hoe diet because Kakashi doesn't do much, Boruto, and lately haven't developed his new wind Rasengan jutsu, so Hoki would be a simple task. Now that the kid is very important but doesn't have much experience, he is even more powerful with the Sai. He is now able to dissipate himself, but it's not as simple as that. The journey along with his time within the Umbu will do him a lot of good, as Kakashi did while doing things that didn't end up being the Umbu the even more powerful and recognized. So we can expect Hoki take Torai to become one of the great Umbu ninjas of this new generation in the future. The boy Kashi taught the boy is the teaching that is good, that he with Obito equipment. Well, one less thing, the work Kakashi taught the boy, even though he was disguised in his team, Kakashi. Even passing on to Oki the importance of working in team, and how your time is basically an extension of yourself. After all, even that are similar, Hoki for being extremely skilled, disdaining his friends and even wanting to do things alone. So it was good for Kakashi to have this conversation with the boy so that he could follow a more right path. Well, I really hope that Kakashi is now calmer, that he doesn't have so many things to do later on as he is no longer Hokage. I hope that he would find a wife and already have a son to pass on the name of Hatake to the next years, but apparently it won't happen. So let Hoki be the one who will represent Kakashi in the future. It would be interesting if at some point in history he gained a Sharingan or another Jujutsu just like Kakashi. Then yes, it would be an exact copy of the 6th Hokage, and that way Kakashi could really show the boy the way to be an elite ninja. After all, being like Kakashi Hatake is Hoki's dream, but of course what everybody would like to see, a possible son of Kakashi for the next generation. Just as Asuma left his legacy to the next generation with his daughter Mirai Sarutobi, who today is tipped to be the next of the Sarutobi family to inherit the will of fire, as she is one of the Hokage's future protectors, just like her father was one of the 12 guardians of the feudal lord of the land of fire. And just like her father, Mirai uses chakra blades, fire style, and wind style, in addition to being very smart and strategist, and combining this with the genjutsu ability of her Kurenai hand, Mirai guarantees herself a promising future. So the same was expected of Kakashi. Sure, he became a Hokage and his time was limited, but now he's retired, would be the perfect place for him to meet and maybe have a child.